It's showtime.
What we have here is a Yamaha XJR, but this is no ordinary XJR. Somebody has took the time and effort to put a ginormous turbo inside this engine and increase its CC from 1300 to 1400 cc's. So over 200 horsepower, and it doesn't even look like it's water cooled, it looks like an air cooled engine. That's an insane amount of power, and it's a naked bike as well. So trying to get any sort of over 100 miles an hour would be some hell of a buffeting, wouldn't it? A lot of buffeting. What a machine. Love the colour scheme on it as well. That's a very pretty colour. Nice.
I've been keeping myself so busy.
This is the British Superbike Yamaha used for the racing season this year. Oh, ain't that pretty? Look at that. This in front racing calipers but Olin suspension. That is a bit sexy, isn't it? Oh. I wonder if it's one of those motorcycles, one of those super bikes you'd just rather leave very clean and tidy and just use that as a ornament. What a race bike that would be on the track. Jesus Christ. Be a bit mad. Interesting carbon hugger as well. Got acrobatic at the back. Yummy.
Pushing out the misery, trying to find the peace in me. I wanna be find myself, but again, it's always a phase. I wanted to stay.
What we have here is the Yamaha XSR 900. It's pretty cool. It's Yamaha's take on what a classic kind of modernish bike is, really. Naked, so no fairings at all. Interesting gold wheels on the front and rear. You don't see that with motorcycles nowadays. Pretty colour scheme. It's interesting what Yamaha are doing over here. The right with a bit of red colour with the black pinstriping along the tank. Just quite cool. Liquid cooled engine. Interesting thing with the rear as well. That's really a naked bike to run around on, comfortable riding position, straight bars in front. What a cool machine. That'd be a nice bike to own. Very nice. So I should try and do something about that. Little end can, put an aftermarket on there, something a bit more potent. Bit of kind of like off-road, just to kind of show people what it's kind of like. Although being off-road in real life is a bit more trickier than this. But it's kind of interesting. There's like Tiger 1200s, Tania 700s. It's even the XSR. But fair play to them. All wearing orange helmets as well. Orange helmets, people. Motorcycle Live 2019. Oh my god. This is a very holy place. So many things here. Let's go and find motorcycles. So, we are at the Royal Enfield stand. What are we going to find? Look at all these bits. Look at that. Drawing of a Probably a GT Continental. And a couple of accessory kind of bits. Fork boots. Royal Enfield Continental GT with a 650cc twin engine. That's kind of interesting with the old school style going on there. The paintwork's actually alright as well, that's quite a neat flag. I suspect this is actually going to be quite popular. Not proper Brembo, it's kind of like aftermarket subsidiary of Brembo, but decent size, decent power, I guess for a 650. You know these are going to actually sell quite well for Royal Enfield. Nice clear display, decent paintwork, nice seat as well. That's pretty interesting stitching going on there. All made in India, not the United Kingdom, in India. But at least the brand's still alive. Let's find another Royal Enfield. So what we've got here is an Interceptor 650cc. Lovely, lovely looking shocks on the back. Got line something brake discs and calipers, so they're kind of like a cheaper version of Brembo, but still it's going to perform quite well. Lovely, lovely seat, nice fitted, old school styling at the back. Everything's quite clean. A few scratches on this can here, but very tidy. Pretty to look at. You can move around to the front end. It's got a nice old school design. Got analog clocks. And it's kind of cute. And these are not very much money when you think you would want to like more. Something like Kawasaki or Suzuki, more retro but classic. The price is right on these, and they do actually look quite good, especially that paint finish. That paint finish does look quite good. Whilst we find a Luke Rides at Motorcycle Live. Look at that night. Back in the 80s. Look at those brakes. Very cool. Oil cooler. Wow. It's a row of lovely helmets. Look at that. Paint finish is absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Chewy have come a long way, haven't they? That's gorgeous. KTM. What will we find here? Let's go to the Enduro. So we've got the 300cc Enduro over here by KTM. Okay, it's about £9,000 in total. Look at that exhaust piece. Isn't that a great big giant exhaust piece? I mean, that's just, yeah, that sets the benchmark, doesn't it? Lovely bright orange. WP forks as well, quite high spec. I believe that's a two-stroke. That could very well be a two-stroke. The seat's grippy, a bit hard, a bit grippy. I think that's what it's about really, grip more than luxury. Let's see if we can find the big brother, the 690. Yeah, that's some of the details, isn't it? So, nice KTM badge on the brake reservoirs. I think those are LEDs on the rear, so LEDs on the rear and on the front as well. Nice badging, nice details. And the fuel tank is actually not at the middle of the machine, but it's actually all the way back for better weight distribution. Lovely orange frame, I like the details as well. KTM race, well, fair play to that. basic but functional LCD display. Got the KTM grips as well. So this is like the big daddy of enduros. There isn't really anything more powerful. Definitely better looking than this puppy. It is pretty to look at as well. Yeah, handguards, orange handguards. LC4 engine. Oh, I like one of those. That's pretty. Wavy discs up front, ABS as well. WP forks. I mean, that's just very well spec'd, super spec'd out. Look at the little details, like look at the aluminium frame and look at the sprocket, it's orange. The rear sprocket's orange. Very cool. Whoa, that's me likey. Now this is quite cool. This is a midway KTM motorcycle and it's a 790 Duke. It's quite lovely. That orange paintwork does pop. It's quite modern. And even the displays all LCD, TFT up there, Aprilia on the rear. What an awesome little run around the bike to just have fun with. Neat. And here we have Husqvarna 701 for 2020. Lovely gorgeous blue that they're doing at the moment. Nice tidy paintwork. An interesting look. It's just a nice minimalist single cylinder. About 690 cc's. The Husqvarna also did a bit of a trick inside the engine where they just put a bit more. They put a secondary balancing shaft on there, so an extra dampening inside the engine because these single cylinders can vibrate a lot. Lovely looks. Nice display at the front, although that radiator is a bit exposed. Those fans are a bit exposed as well. And that is a Husqvarna 701. These are pretty cool. These are sidecars. That over there is a Honda, by the looks of it, maybe a Honda Thousands. No, CB 1100 made it to the sidecar in the same, actually the same colour as the Honda bike. Yeah, one of those machines you put your wife on, go and explore places. Pretty neat though. Legendary ZX6R. What an awesome little super sport this is.
Good God.
Without the scary, frightening power and acceleration of the top superbikes, the ZX10, the Ducatis and the BMWs. Lovely looks. That's so slick. Little front cowl at the front, LED lights as well, integrated indicators, beautiful paintwork. That just stands out with a full Black Widow exhaust. And I can tell that it's a full Black Widow because if you look at the pipework, it stays very shiny right the way to the headers. That must sound incredible on the road.
Good God.
Nice. Into the BMW stand. They got quite a massive stand. Crikey, the amount of space they've rented out. Go BMW. Well, this is a bit of a bling machine. So it's an R9T, but it's had a lot of time spent on it. And look at that, the gold accents. And a lot of the like nuts would be on the tank. It's called Option 719. Brembo up front. And a scrambler style shock absorbers at the top, forks, oil cooled. Very tidy, cool. That is a bit of a bling machine. Shaft drive as well, yum. And I've also found the 719, a different colour option. Very pretty, isn't it? Get another R9T. Oh, that is a bit gorgeous. Out of all the colour schemes, yum. Look at the stitching of the T. Kind of like a matte finish on the paintwork. but trying to keep it clean won't be too easy. Even these exhaust cans make a nice note. Standard. Oh no, these are Aquaprobics. Oh, Aquaprobic cans at the back. A nice kind of bronze tint to it. Lovely rear end, lots of torque. Massive air-cooled engine. Got a lot to like about this. Wouldn't actually mind taking one of these out one day and seeing whether I want to buy one. Nice analog rev counters at the front, speedo, little LCDs inside. Yum yum yum. BMW F900R. The BMW is kind of midweight, sporty but pretty comfortable ride. Look at the controls that they're using now. All these electronics. Look at the it reminds me of my drive, my Beamer. And so BMW are just gently bringing these systems across to their machines. What a lovely display that is. TFT, nice and easy to read. Is that a temperature gauge or outside temperature? I think that's outside temperature. Oh, BMW is telling you how cold it is outside. Oh, I like that. Look at the seat as well. F900. Panniers look pretty usable. And here we found the BMW Superbike for 2020, the S1000RR. Look at that paintwork. That's very tidy. The colours really do pop. Those daytime running lights as well. And those LED units, I mean, they look very bright. Looks like, I mean, these bikes are standard, these super bikes, producing a good 206 horsepower, M Sport specification. Very nice colour scheme. Bronze engine casing on the side. I think that's a bit of a cue from Kawasaki's ZX10. Pretty tidy welding, I can't knock it. Nice lines down the side. And if we get a bit closer, and BMW again using that new system that they're using for their motorcycles. It's becoming pretty standard, isn't it? Cruise control, heated grips, different traction control settings, different mode settings as well. That may be an Aquaprobic can, I'm not sure. Not bad, I think that's actually a standard can. It's actually quite a good looking can, really, for a superbike. Not bad. Interesting swing arm as well. Cool. That is going to sell much better than the previous year's model. Look at that. The BMW emblem right at the back, so you know what you're riding. Oh, that is gorgeous. And Metzler tyres as well. Right good. Shot down the side. Nice, that definitely gets my approval. Well done, BMW. Now that's a superbike.
Good God.
S1000RR. Sitting pretty. And the last one that's really interesting is the S1000R. So this is like the naked, super naked, the naked version of the S1000RR. This is the super naked. Nice seating. Very nice colour scheme. I like what BMW have done here. Very pretty colour scheme. Nice in the rear. Oh, that's a bit nice. It's a bit nice to own, that is. And here we are at Indian Motorcycles. So, American Cruisers. That is quite a design, isn't it? Look at those wooden panels. Rubber feet as well. Massive engine. Massive engine. What's interesting is the exhaust system is kind of like underslung underneath, so when you come around the back, Got that antenna for DAB radio, or at least radio of some kind. The exhausts are at the bottom, both pointing out that way, underneath the panniers.
I've been keeping myself so.
And over here we have a Chieftain Classic in a very interesting colour as well. I mean, that's quite a nice deep green. His headlights look very powerful and dark. Interesting style going on here. And as you come round, you've got the panniers on the side, they're also a bit pinstriped. Also got that lovely green, got a headrest for your pillion rider, thick seat, classic design at the back. The engine's all chromed up. Massive display panel over here. So you've got your revs and your speedo, and then you've got all the controls right in the middle of the screen. That's a massive screen. Oh, that tank looks really nice. Servicing this puppy must be quite a mission actually, because if you look at it, look at how many things that you need to remove just to be able to very likely get to the airbox and the spark plugs. They're one machine to own. Over here at Indian Motorcycles we also have a FTR Rally. So LEDs up the front. Those headlights must be quite potent. Brembo calipers up front, so massive brakes. I think that's parallel. No, that's actually a V-twin. So nice noise. Notice the shotgun style at the back here. Reminds me of a Ducati Monster. So a bit of Ducati Monster style going on back here. Nice classic design. Paintwork's nice and sharp. And the seat is that's some hell of a stitching. Nice contrast going on there. And then a massive TFT display up front. So that must show pretty decent amount of detail. And plenty of controls as well. Interesting just run around, a midway run around Indian bike. Very cool. And here we have, or we've just found Moto Guzzi. Found Moto Guzzi.
Trying to find a piece of me. I wanna be.
So what we've got here is the 2020 V9 bobber for the road from Moto Guzzi. It's an engine that only produces about 55 horsepower. It's interesting design. Moto Guzzi are stuck with this sort of engine configuration, but Brembo's up front on a matte finish. The badge looks so pretty. The badge is so pretty, and yeah, looking like pretty good build quality. You got two exhaust cans at the back as well. So if you come over here, kind of interesting looking design. Shaft drive, which is always nice to have a motorcycle with shaft drive sometimes, because you can do a lot of miles on a bike like this, and the only thing you ever need to do every so often would be to change your oil in the shaft drive, and away you go. No train to lube and check and maintain. So you can understand why these would be quite popular machines. And as you go down, nice pinstriping going on. The seat looks quite nice, quite padded. Reminds me of a very, very soft sofa. So good work, Moto Guzzi. So over here we have a Zagara, some sort of one-off Moto Guzzi. So Olen's at the back, kind of classic style exhaust at the rear. Notice the chrome and the aluminium panel finish. So very cool, certainly grabs your eye. You see the seats also custom designed, the name on it as well, from designed at the Bikeshow, something to do with the bike shed anyways. No air filters, it looks like it's a carbureted, it is a carbureted model, very neat. Also from Moto Guzzi we have this kind of touring, off-roadish sort of world kind of bike you could just tour on with a V85 TT. Give Moto Guzzi some kudos for nice names. Brembo's up front, kind of a matte colour scheme as well, all round, but some nice pinstriping going on. Moto Guzzi's kind of interesting engine over there. It's not about sheer power, it's just about nice gentle torque. And this one's also shaft drive, so easy kind of drive maintenance. Moto Guzzi on the seat. Seat feels nice and plush. Panniers look pretty usable. Oh, also says Moto Guzzi on the side. A lot of styling going on. A lot of styling. Interesting bike to go on a trip, really. On the back. Yeah, the back looks fine. Actually, it does look alright at the back. No, it does look alright. Nice.
I wanna find myself, and again, it's always a phase. I wanted to stay. No, you don't understand. I've been losing myself.
Who's next? Aprilia is next. Let's see what Aprilia have. Oh, what hell of a superbike. I mean, crikey. That is a very nice machine to own. Nice pinstriping going on there in the Italian colours. Well, quite a matte finish to it. Aprilia can at the back, so that's quite nice. Very superbike looks at the bottom. Interesting what Aprilia did where they tailed off the rear light. It's got a nice shape to it. Looks very nice. Aluminium swing arm at the back. Aprilia looks quite big. Look at the hole. Look at the hole in there. Oh my god. Again, aluminium frame. It's going to produce a ridiculous amount of power. Brembo's up front. That's one gorgeous superbike. Crikey. Here's a motorcycle I've been able to find. A bit of nostalgia for people that remember the days of the 1980s Kawasaki's. This is a H2C Kawasaki 750. Look at that. Triple engine, air cooled. I love the design cues. When you go to the back of the beautiful bodywork, there's 3 exhaust tips. It's kind of an interesting colour they've gone with as well. Great pinstriping on the tank, very tidy, and a chrome kind of panel at the front. Look at those analog dials. What a cute bike. Front brakes. How things have changed.
Dear God, it's beautiful.
And this one is the Moto Rapido British superbike for Ducati. Looks very mean front end. Very cool. And we finally found the Ducatis. So let's check out the Ducati, shall we? And this is one of the superbikes from the 2019 racing, the British superbikes. Very kind of mean. And if you look closely at the way the exhausts are kind of mounted, there's one right at the back that's sticking out. And then if you move down here, there's another end can on the left. And Ducati had to do that because they've had to balance the engine out. And if you look at where the superbike engine is, I mean, there's no room to put an exhaust system down there. Crikey. Very different indeed. This is the last of the Ducati Superbike twins. The final, what is it? This final edition R, the 1299. In the Italian colours as well. Very sharp. Very sharp indeed. It's as complicated as the anniversary edition of the ZX-10R Superbike. Lots of gorgeous lines. See? The seat feels very soft. Ducati symbol at the back. TFT display up front. Öhlins dampener positioned in the front of the headers. In front of the forks, the top of the forks. Daytime running lights up the front. Öhlins shock. You notice the way the shock's positioned as well. It's kind of positioned at the side of the machine, and it's kind of linked to the engine at one of the cylinder heads. Beautiful back end. Acrophobic, of course. That's one gorgeous superbike. And that's it from a distance. Crikey. And as we move on, we have the Ducati V2, which is just basically a sport bike. So it's not as ferocious and as crazy as the V4. More like one of those Ducati sport bikes you'd run around on.
Dirt makes a good point.
It's interesting, Ducati went with a single-sided swing arm. So they still have the V2 engine. V2 engine deep in there. Slate proper Ducati colours and that very, very nice red. Reminds me of Ferrari. Interesting what Ducati did there. Another TFT display. The steering dampeners on the front of the forks. Showa forks as well. So you'll notice that Showa also have a relationship with Kawasaki with their Kawasaki Superbikes. So it's interesting what's happened there. Showa are supplying the forks for the ZX10R as well as the V2, which is quite interesting. Brembo's up front, of course. Very beautiful red. Classy. And up here we have the cruiser of the Ducati world, the Diavel. Nice and long. Beautiful frame. Daytime running lights, LED lights up front. V2 engine. Oh, I gotta love that Termagurmi. Single-sided swing arm. It's a bit nice. It's a very, very fast cruiser. You can see Ducati have done something about the front end, so they put these carbon fibre panels up front, and then they've gone all carbon fibre on the front panel. That black is quite nice as well. The display, although a bit tiny, it's a bit tiny. See, crikey. Interesting the way the rear shock is as well. Pointing kind of that way. Kind of reminds me of the Z1000SX, but just Ducati's take on it really. The engine's completely black. Rubber belt for the rear drive. God, that is lovely though. Very quick. And next up we have the Ducati 1200 Monster. So Ducati is still making this one for 2020. Massive engine underneath this motorcycle. I mean, look at that. It takes up about half of the motorcycle is that. Has a lot of presence really. Wow. Gold forks in front, Brembo's of course. And daytime running light on the front. God, it's quite beautiful. Seat looks very good. But now we move on to the V4 Street Fighter from Ducati for 2020. Interesting looks. Very red though, very red. Quite pretty. V4 engine from the Panigale Superbike. Öhlins in the rear. It's like quite a plush seat. Even says V4 stitched into it. It's a new thing Ducati seems to be doing at the moment. Steering dampeners kind of behind the handlebars. Also got modes and selectable modes. What's interesting is this is a Street Fighter with, I kid you not, heated grips.
What?
On the Ducati, heated grips.
Fuck yeah!
It's actually, I'm not even mad.
Quite a nice front end. Rolling forks at the front. Again, a very luscious red paint. I like Ferrari red. It's quite pretty. And there's the V4 engine. You actually get to kind of see it. And these panels here are actually fairings. So you get a little bit of wind protection, which is nice. Wow! You're putting a Superbike engine into a Street Fighter, you definitely need a bit of wind protection. You just know this is going to sell well. This is going to sell very well. Got a Ducati Superbike and a slash at the behind, so that's cool. And a single-sided swing arm. Very cool.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
The only thing that surprises me that a lot of vloggers and people out there aren't talking about is the clutch on the new V4 Street Fighter.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
So I'm going to pull it in and I'm going to tell you how much effort it takes to pull this clutch in. Oh, I'm using all 4 muscles of my fingers.
What?
The clutch is incredibly heavy.
Wow, cool. Wait a minute. The f***?
Maybe when the engine's running that will lighten up a lot, but that is not a nice clutch. That is not a nice clutch.
Seriously, you guys? The f***?
And at the end of the day, Ducati, I mean, this is an £18,000 worth of machine, and its clutch is awful.
Awful.
You guys? The f***?
That's not good. Someone at Ducati should have picked that up and gone, oh, we need to do something about that.
Dirt makes a good point.
That's my only bugbear.
Whoa! A boo.
Let's see what we have at Honda for 2020. So what we have here is the VFR 800, valued at £10,000 in red. Looks comfortable. The seat's quite soft. Interesting that there's still a red counter as well. And that kind of gold colour, well, more bronzy kind of colour on the forks. It's a good looking machine. I believe that might just be either a V2 or a V4. Single-sided swing arm at the rear. Red panniers. Nice looking kind of back end. Torpedoes at the front. And Jaguar mix. That actually is a V4 engine. Whoa! And it can't really... Yeah. Good looking bike. And what we have here is the Honda Goldwing. So that's a 6-cylinder engine. Very comfortable. This is where you'd go across continents on a Honda. LED lights at the front. 30,000, well, 28 grand brand new.
28 grand brand new.
Wow, cool. Wait a minute. The f***?
Only 124 horsepower, but I'm sure it makes a lot of torque. Super techie display at the front. Speedo on your left, rev counter on the right. Super Plus seats. Heated seats as well. Nice red kind of deep cherry colour. and tidy bike. Yeah. So here is the Triumph stand. Let's go and see what Triumph have. So over here we have the Triumph Speed Triple RS in this matte, kind of matte finish with a bit of carbon fibre for the factory, which is quite nice. Brembos up front, aero cans at the rear. 3-cylinder engine, triple engine, so quite silky smooth. Should be quite quick. I mean, about 150 horsepower. What feels like a pretty compact machine. And a single-sided swing arm. So looks the part. And a bit of daytime running lights at the front. Cool.
I've been keeping myself so busy, pushing out the misery, trying to find.
And over here on the Triumph stand we have a Bonneville Bobber. So this is kind of like quite a massive twin cylinder engine, about 1200 cc's. Kind of interesting frame going on there. It's kind of like welded together. Triumph badge on the rear. Paintwork looks alright. Only one disc up the front. Nice styling cues. Kind of a bit of a mesh going on in the gearbox area. And plaque on what this engine is. But the chain's over on the right hand side instead of being over the left hand side, which is a bit different. And then you've got this kind of sleek exhaust system, 2 exhausts pointing out, so it looks quite mean. Nice. And kind of a nice stitch seat up here, so not bad. And a proper, just kind of like, whoa, miles an hour with a little TFT kind of LCD thing going on there. So this is the aerial stand over here, and this is some of the original aerials, the old aerials back in the day. I mean, they're still here to this day. Single cylinder engine. Look how the handlebars are. I mean, look at those controls up front. Alien to us modern bikers. 20 horsepower, 20 horsepower of the day. Oh my god. Model C. Paintwork still looks quite good, but obviously the paintwork's quite modern. It's probably been restored. That's how motorcycles used to be. And if you look around the corner over here, do you notice the chain? See, that looks really modern as well. But some of these old machines, they actually had like a chain that was made out of leather that was riveted together, which is quite interesting. Looks so minimalist, but it is beautiful. Interesting motorcycle. Oh, look at this little aluminium beauty. Cool. So this is the aerial, which is quite an interesting name, Iron Horse, or Ace Iron Horse. So underneath that is actually one of the Honda V4 engines that Ariel bought from Honda and then put it into this motorcycle that they built from the ground up. Look at that aluminium frame. I mean, that's just super shiny, super polished metal. Shaft drive at the rear, so no chain to have to oil and look after. Big Nissan brakes up at the front. They look like 3 pots. LED lights up the front. Carbon fibre panel on the, like the fuel tank, and it's quite pretty. It's just kind of minimalist. Nice seat. The number plate would go at the back of the wheel. Beautiful carbon fibre. Nice machine. Crikey. But let's also have a look at the price tag. And that's the price tag.
Holy shit.
You can kind of see why, because it's just so custom.
Good God.
So one-off. So it definitely commands a hell of a price. Trying to keep that one clean would not be easy if you had 30 grand to spend on a motorcycle. Not easy.
Wow, cool. Wait a minute. The f
Guess what we found? Suzuki. So let's see what Suzuki have. And just quickly, these are a lot of the Suzuki two-stroke race bikes and their racing colour scheme. And look at those engines, they actually look quite big for two-stroke machines. This one was a RG500. If you look at a lot of the two-stroke machines, what's so cool about them is look at the exhaust systems. 2 exhaust pipes sticking out the back, 2 more down the bottom. I'm sure when you start the engine it would be smoky, but also sound really, really nice. But what about Suzuki's modern machines? Let's go and check them out. 1977. Crikey. They're absolutely immaculate as well. Another RG500. Wow. Got here is the 2020 Suzuki SV650. So V-twin, 650 cc's. We've got taquido brakes up the front. ABS as standard. Interesting what Suzuki have done with the frame, so it's actually nice deep blue. And then you've got the silver tank, comfy seat with a bit of Japanese text on it as well, so it looks proper good. It's very tidy looking machine. Nice just mid-weight naked motorcycle to run around on, really. So not a ridiculous amount of power, but pretty, I mean about 76 horsepower, so I mean that's enough to have some fun with, but also not running around with a bike that's underpowered. And if you look at the SV650 now, it also gets a bit of a like TFT display. Probably not the expensive TFT displays, but more of a budget type. But still, a lot of the motorcycle brands are doing this now, where they're going to coloured displays, kind of getting rid of that whole analog thing. And that's another SV650, but in a different colour scheme with a top box. If you're into that sort of stuff. And then we've got here Suzuki's sort of staple mark of sport touring. Massive panniers on the back. White does actually look quite sharp. And this is again a V-twin as well. The V-Strom for 2020. I think they might have actually gone LED on the 2020 V-Strom. I can't see a halogen light at all. So it looks like Suzuki's gone all LED on this one, which is quite cool. And tall, big screen, so you're going to get plenty of wind protection. 1050 V-twin, not bad. And a modern display as well, that's a TFT. Nice. So our next stop is Pinagles. So let's take a look at what's going on here. This is a 7752, so 752 cc's, parallel twin by the looks of it. Brembo's up front, which is quite nice. Bit of a tint on those front forks as well. There's a bit of a goldy tint to it. Look at the swing arm. It's kind of like tubular. It's a bit weird. Interesting looking machine. Apart from that exhaust, I mean that's a bit
Oh, that's just disgusting.
ting tong, isn't it? But looks good. I think the green's a bit cheeky though. Who did they copy for that colour? Makes you wonder.
Seriously, you guys? The f.
And then you've got that interesting headlight unit up the front. It's probably going to sell pretty well, really. That's the price tag. And then over here, this is Benelli's kind of Tourer. So if you want to do miles on a Benelli, this is one of the machines you would probably go for. TRX. So that looks like parallel twin as well. Nice deep red colour. It's interesting design going on there. It's kind of like a multi-strata sort of look, but maybe in a way a little tidier. LED indicators up the front. TRX. Decent looking rear end. Analog rev counter. Nice deep red. And Benelli branded calipers. That's interesting. I've also found this, which is a Benelli Imperial. So, what's interesting is if you go over and look at the price tag, 3699 for a 400cc single with Benelli, of course. There's a decent finish, kind of interesting styling going on a black engine. Benelli branded calipers, so pretty standard. And everyone will like this. Rev counter as well, speedo and the revs. It's quite cool. When we go down to the back, got classic styling as well. Decent looking exhaust cap. Kind of looks like it's a motorcycle that fits everyone, fits all. This will probably sell quite well. There's a lot of nostalgia feeling, really. You've got to remember motorcycles with this sort of styling. Interesting. But no LED, just a halogen setup at the front. But then it is 3699, so LED, I don't think you'd be able to fit that into a budget like that.
Dirt makes a good point.
I wonder where Benelli's even making a profit. Crikey, you've got to make a profit. Whoa! Not bad, Benelli, not bad. And this one, just quickly, is Keeway. So just a baby 125 engine. It's got a good looking shape to it, obviously made in China.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
LCD display up front. Metallic finish. Tiny engine. But if you actually look at the front, what does that remind you of? KTM. Ooh, KTM. Uh-oh.
Seriously, you guys?
I guess you've all got to have your own sort of style, but I wonder why they copied KTM a bit on the front. It's a bit strange, but tiny can, 125. Interesting little accents on the rear of this, what is it? It's like a, well, it's 125. Something. Made in China. So BSH Custom Horses, which is kind of a neat name. Look at what they've done with this one. V-twin engine up front. Little gold accents they put all over, even on the controls up front, grips up front. Look at the exhaust. Fair play to them. That takes a bit of engineering, twisty pipes, but the biggest thing is, look in there, the pipes inside are actually gold.
Dear God.
I mean, I've never seen a motorcycle with a gold inside exhaust system, you know, it's a bit nice. Gold braided lines. This is definitely worth videoing. Now let's take photos. Although, where the hell is the Speedo? I don't think you really need to worry about that. It's more showpiece than anything else. So we have found the Kawasaki stand, and you knew I was going to get here eventually, you just knew it.
Oh, behave.
Let's see what we can find. So this one I found, this is Kawasaki's W800 Cafe.
Dear God. It's beautiful.
Look at the seat on this one. Look at the brown classy stitching, the comfortable padding. That seat feels super comfortable. And then you've got that classic, proper classic style rear light. And it does actually look really nice. The exhaust cans as well, if you look at the back, they poke out one either side, which is very classic. They look absolutely beautiful. It's a chrome finish. Fuel injected as well, so super modern, but yet looks like something from back in the 80s, stroke 90s. Look at that W800 pinstripe. Good God. Classic style, twin cylinder engine. So Kawasaki's gone for a twin cylinder. Lovely brown tank. Look at the metallic on that one, very sharp. Got it, proper glows, proper sparkles.
Good God.
But analog rev counter, the Speedo, so that's proper classic. You look at the front, headlamp is actually LED. This is one of the best classics I've seen in all of the NEC, this entire show. That's just more true to what a classic bike looks like.
Dirt makes a good point.
So great job, Kawasaki. That's a winner. What we have here, everyone, is the W800, not in the cafe style, but just in the old school classic bike, non-cafe style. What a great job Kawasaki have done. Look at the metallic sparkle coming off this lovely green fuel tank, and all the pinstriping as well. And to say W as well on the side of both sides of the tank.
Dear God. It's beautiful.
Air-cooled engine. Look at that, it looks like it's got like push rod, something sort of valves, but it looks like it's actually double overhead cam. Fuel injected, old style kind of looking fuel tank on the side, ABS and taquitos up front, chrome panel up front as well, rev, analog rev counter and speedo.
Good God.
That's if you're into classic machines. I mean, this is certainly going to be very desirable. And looks like Kawasaki went for some aero cans, and they look pretty classy, really. If you're into this sort of stuff, it's fairly easy to adjust the chain every so often as well. Nice.
Oh, hot, 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 hot.
next generation of the Z1000SX. Kawasaki are now calling it the Ninja, which is quite interesting. You notice one of the changes Kawasaki made is there's no longer any Ford blocks on the back. The green in the sunlight, geez, that sparkles.
Good God.
That's a really, really deep metallic, very expensive metallic. Beautiful fuel tank. To go over to the side of the Z1000SX. Full TFT display up front, which looks really bright and clear. Light green, oh my god. Aquaprovic can on the right hand side, only a single can, which probably makes tuning the engine a little bit easier for DynoJet and other tuners out there, which is quite neat.
Fuck yeah!
The biggest change Kawasaki have made though is in the control system, because on the left hand side, on the left hand handlebar, finally cruise control. A lot of owners have been asking for cruise control because this is about eating up miles really quickly. This is a very fast machine, so it's great that Kawasaki have finally gotten around to loading the 1000SX. My god, it's just a beauty.
Oof. You're gorgeous and fierce and strong and
Full LED lamps. I think even the indicators are now LEDs. Massive brakes up front. Massive brakes. Beauty.
Oh, hot, 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 hot! Oh, hot, 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 hot!
What we have here is the Kawasaki H2.
Good God.
One of the most powerful superbikes in the entire world. No superbike, apart from the ZX10R and the Ducatis and some of the BMWs, can go over the 200 horsepower mark.
Holy shit!
And then what you can unleash, if you can delete that cat, oh my god, this engine's just insane. Beautiful styling by Kawasaki.
We are sexy. We are sexy, yeah.
Chrome finish on the side panels. Front panel's got that lovely metallic that really pops out. And so is the fuel tank. I mean, that's all chrome as well. These panels, ring brand new, they can be like worth at least £1,000, even more, just a panel. You probably don't even get all the detailing and decal on them either.
Oh my god!
It's very exotic.
God.
That's a supercharged beast under there.
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
You come around the nice little details. Give Kawasaki credit, you've got a proper rev counter on the left, all analog, but then you've got a TFT display up front. Switch gear, I got a chance to feel it and it feels fantastic. Nice and soft to the touch. Very mean front end.
Good God.
Very super bike indeed. Big Brembos up front. Single-sided swing arm. That very interesting star shape, so I'll bring you around. Oh, look at that for a swing arm.
And sexy.
Good God.
Reminds me of the MV Augustas. They had that 5-star front and rear wheel, and of course the calipers Brembo as well. It's like motorcycle arm.
We are sexy. We are sexy, yeah.
The Kawasaki. Look at that end can. Whoa. Imagine taking the back forks out of there. Whoa. Very cool indeed. what we have here is Kawasaki releasing effectively their first Street Fighter using the Superbike H2 engine supercharged as the power plant. And I've seen the red and I've seen the black, but when this was in green with all that lovely pinstriping, with a silver metallic accent on the sides, it actually does look rather pretty.
Dear God, it's beautiful.
Sexy even. In the green, in that colour scheme. And once you can delete that gigantic end can at the back,
Eat it out.
get a super duper acroprobic system on there, that's a yummy Street Fighter. Look at the LEDs up front, it's like menacing. Like, I'm gonna get ya.
Hasta la vista, baby. Good God.
Very pretty. And when you come around the side, TFT display up front, very clear, which is nice. Lots of controls, cruise control as well. A lot of sparkle in that metallic.
Good God.
Nice accent down there. With that massive can though, Kawasaki I'm sure did the best job they possibly could, but it just looks massive and it just doesn't really suit the motorcycle. But you know what it's like nowadays with emissions. I mean, all the manufacturers just get strangled by it.
You fucking prick. Fucking prick.
Nice.
Good God.
You smell.
Oh, hot, 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 hot. Oh, hot, 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 hot. Hot, hot. Oh, hot, 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 hot. Oh, hot, 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 hot. Hot, hot.
So what we have here, everyone, is Kawasaki's mental superbike, the ZX10RR. Underneath, full racing system, no cats, no resonators. That paintwork is absolutely stunning.
We are sexy. We are sexy, yeah.
It really pops in front of you. Lines are gorgeous. Massive Brembos up front. Cool. Such a work of art. Look how mean the front is. I mean, that's just... Oh, look at that.
Good God.
That is such a pretty piece of kit. Come around the back as well. Oh, look at that. Superbike frame. Look at the rear. The way she points out. Oh, look at that.
We are sexy. We are sexy, yeah.
Look at those tires, they're like proper slick. Oh, what a machine to own. That's just too pretty. And we'll just quickly go through the ZX10R Superbike.
Oh my God.
So just slightly different internals, but interesting, striking colour scheme going on here from Kawasaki. I mean, that's just a bit bling. Do you know what I mean? That's a bit whoa, showing off. That is sexy superbike, and the red accents at the top.
Good God.
Are a nice touch there. Cool. Look at that front end. You beauty. And then we've got the SE, which is the ZX10 but with electronic suspension.
Good God.
That metallic is so... It reminds me of a like marble colour.
Dear God, it's beautiful. Good God.
Very classy, very expensive. Oh, then you've got the unleashed, the delimited, de-restricted beauty. And these ZX10 Superbikes, I mean, they're mental enough, but once you de-restrict and delimit the computer system and take away all the restriction, that exhaust.
Hasta la vista, baby.
These engines, these Superbike Kawasaki engines, are designed to do what they're supposed to do. Brighten you and go scary, scary fast.
Holy shit.
What a view. One of the sexiest, most powerful superbikes
Good God.
in the world. Well done, Kawasaki.
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
I've also found what we have here, the African twin with an 1100cc parallel twin, so quite a lot of torque. These have been very popular on the market. Quite a colour scheme from Honda as well, and that gold wheels, blue little dashes going on there, pinstriping. It is actually quite pretty to look at. The seat has a double contrast as well. And then if you look at the front, TFT display. There's actually like two displays. It's kind of neat. Goldish handlebars as well. The blue's quite nice and sharp, really.
It's beautiful.
Ah, look at those. Panniers look pretty rugged, but they are plastic. And there's the 1100cc right there. Whoa! Quite a big exhaust system. It's a full factory. Nissan calipers up front. Oh, and some guard. A bit of a bash plate as well. But quite tall. Sorry. You're alright. It's quite a tall machine. Not sure if I could actually get my leg over.
Ah, fuck.
Look at those headlights as well. Very neat. Whoa. Very cool.
America, fuck yeah!
Last stop is Harley Davidson. Let's see what they've got. So we have here a CVO Limited. Whoa! Mega Tourer. Look at those seats. Those are speakers. There's speakers built into the rear seat. This Harley is a bit of a tech cruiser. Lots of switch gear on the front, big displays on the front as well. And it's got miles an hour, rev counter, fuel level, all analog as well, and battery voltage, and then massive speakers, massive fuel tank, and a big engine, a big V-twin engine.
Yes!
Harley Davidson's 117 CI. Cool panniers as well. Those antennas, I think they're for the DAB radio. You can connect your phone to Bluetooth to a motorcycle like this and make it play all sorts of music, all LED lights at the front with the shape of Harley Davidson, which is if you're into Harley Davidson.
Yeah!
What we've got here is the Harley Davidson Lowrider, and you can see Harley Davidson have gone all LED with a lot of their headlamps and rear lights as well, I think, by the look of it. Yeah, even with their rear lights. Got a bit of a shotgun style exhaust system at the side. It's beautiful. V-twin engine inside. You can actually kind of see this whole style push rod sort of setup, and that's your air filter. I think this might be belt drive, possibly shaft drive. Let's have a look. Ah, it's belt drive. So maintenance is pretty straightforward then. What's interesting is look at where Harley Davidson have put the speedo and the rev counter. Whoa. Paintwork's quite nice. One of those motorcycles you definitely just want to ride, just bomb around on, maybe do some distance on.
Dirt makes a good point.
Different colour schemes as well. Big brakes up front. They look like the Harley Davidson branded. Whoa. But it is pretty.
Yes!
It's definitely pretty. ABS as well. Look at that long tail at the back. Thickly padded seat. Nice machine. And then the last Harley Davidson to take a look at is a Heritage Classic 114. Harley Davidson have been pretty good with their names, haven't they? So big big panniers on the sides. What's interesting is we're used to a lot of plastic panniers, but this is leather.
What?
Leather panniers.
No way.
Big Milwaukee engine in the middle. Rubber feet rests. Massive.
Whoa.
The controls. That Harley are doing a lot of these speedos and sometimes the rev counters actually on the tank, which I guess is actually maybe easier to read. I don't know, maybe it's just a style thing. That's your massive air filter. Got that kind of classic chromey look at the back. Cool machine, eh?
Cool.
So that's actually the end of the day for Motorcycle Live in 2019. So this is the end of my last day here. And it's been very interesting seeing everything that's going on and to see what's out there. Whoa. And the motorcycles as well for 2020. There's actually a lot of just even. It doesn't have to be, 1,000. It doesn't have to be anything super special. It doesn't have to be a superbike. It doesn't have to be a super naked.
Dear God.
Even just the run-of-the-mill motorcycles getting really well spec'd. LED headlights. Now they're all getting TFT displays. Nice spec on them. ABS is standard. Motorcycling is getting better and better, and the manufacturers are just getting better and better. So pretty interesting day. Hopefully I'll be back again for Motorcycle Live for 2020. Luke Price. They really want us to leave. Weird, isn't it?
Shut up! Everyone just shut the f up!
But hopefully I will see you all again, and I look forward to hopefully being here for Motorcycle Live in 2020 next year. And it's looking pretty empty now. See you all later. Thank you for watching. Take care. It's been a while.
The way we...
The little rascal has spewage. As water.
This is the end of the trail for me. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, kid.
actual steam train, number 670. Wow, that's not something you see every day.